Tenali became a jester. This is a popular tale of how Tenali became a jester in King Krishna Devaraya's court. Tenali was a great devotee of Kalki Devi. Once he prayed to her for the whole night. She was very pleased. So she appeared before him and said, Tenaliraman, go and meet King Krishna Devaraya and become a jester in his court. Tenaliraman did as directed. He went to Vijayanagar and entered the royal court without permission. King Krishna Devaraya became very angry. He ordered his guards to chop off Tenaliraman's head. He was put in the prison for the night. He was to be killed in the morning. But witty Tenali's brain had already worked. Next morning, the guards came to take him for the execution. Tenali said, according to the rule, you should fulfill my last wish. I would like to follow the customs correctly before dying. Please let me bathe in the Tungbhadra river before I die. The guards allowed Tenaliraman to do so. After the bath, Tenaliraman said that he wanted to meditate. So he sat by the riverside to meditate. As the meditation was over, the guards got ready for the execution. But Tenali said, please let me have some food. So the guards offered him food. After eating the food, Tenaliraman was ready for a short nap. The guards were very surprised to hear his requirement. But according to the rules, they were bound to agree with him. Now Tenaliraman slept for a few hours and the guards couldn't kill him. When he woke up, he said, oh, why haven't you executed me yet? You must follow your king's orders. Let me make it easy for you. I'll go and stand neck deep in the river and will shut my eyes. Then you can use your swords to strike off my neck. The guards agreed and Tenaliraman stood in the water. The moment he closed his eyes, the guard blew his sword. But Tenali dived deep underwater and the sword cut through the air. Then Tenali appeared a few yards away in water. He asked the guards to take him to the king. The guards took him to the king and told the king about what all had happened, although the king smiled to himself. But actually at heart he appreciated Tenali's wit. Then he ordered the guards to let Tenali's Raman be killed by elephants. Then he ordered the guards to let Tenaliraman be killed by elephants. The king wanted to see how the intelligent Tenali would escape this time. The king wanted to see how the intelligent Tenali would escape this time. This time, the guards took Tenaliraman to the outskirts of the city. They dug a trench and buried Tenaliraman up to his neck and then filled up the trench. Then they left to get the elephant. Tenali was making a plan in his mind to escape when he saw a washerman with a hunch approaching him. He was carrying a big bundle of clothes on his back. The washerman came near Tenaliraman and asked, what are you doing here and why are you buried neck deep in the trench? Tenaliraman said, dear friend, I am a washerman like you. I also developed a hunch like yours by carrying loads of clothes. A great Vaidya told me to bury myself in this mud. And now, slowly my backbone has straightened. The washerman believed Tenali's fake tale and wished to get his hunched back cured. So he dug out the mud and freed Tenaliraman and got himself buried in his place. Then Tenali went to the palace and the washerman lay buried neck deep in the mud-filled trench. The washerman cried out when he saw the guards approaching him with an elephant. The guards heard his cries and noticed that it was someone else in his place of Tenaliraman. The guards freed the washerman. Then they rushed to the palace to inform the king about the escape of Tenali. When the guards reached the court, they were surprised to see Tenaliraman standing in front of the king. He himself was narrating the whole story of his escape. On hearing his tale of escape, the king and the courtiers were laughing. Then the king said, Tenaliraman, you are really an intelligent and clever man. I appoint you as a minister in my court. But Tenaliraman interrupted him and said, Your Majesty, I don't want to be a royal minister, I want to be a jester. Now the king grew very angry and said, You thankless fellow, how dare you deny my orders? Go away and don't dare to show me your face. Tenaliraman bowed his head and left the royal court. Next morning, Tenaliraman, wearing an earthen pot on his head, came into the royal court. His face was covered. There were two tiny holes in the earthen pot that helped him to see. The king saw him and asked, Who are you? Your Majesty, I am your royal jester. There are no jesters in my court, said the king. Actually, I am one of your ministers. Yesterday, you told me never to show my face. So I am here with an earthen pot over my face. On hearing this, the king and the courtiers burst into laughter. Finally, the king appointed Tenaliraman as the royal jester in the royal court of Vijayanagar. Thanks for watching my video. My name is Samir Sinko and you are watching my YouTube channel Angreji Wala. If you like this video, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, do subscribe and share. Thank you.